What's up? I'm back, guys. It's been a while, hasn't it? I've just been busy, so I was able to squeeze some time tonight and do kind of like a public service video here. It's gonna be kind of short and to the point. I hope, no promises. So, well, first and foremost, I hope all of you are doing well, staying healthy, and all that jazz. Um, you know, people I speak to and attempt to educate are very important to me, just like everyone else I come across in my life that I respect and respect me in return. Um, Moving on, COVID-19, the coronavirus, it's affecting everybody. Um, so kind of like, went like this, and then now it shot up like this again in the South. You guys probably already know this. It's crazy. Well, that's what happens when you let people back into the wild. I mean, by nature, we're all meant to live free and, go hard per se with life. But if you don't follow the rules, you get sick. And that's kind of what's happening. And there's, nothing we can do about it. Just kind of have to like ride it out. Unless one of these brilliant companies, Novavax, Johnson & Johnson, or whoever, please guys, hit the fast forward button for the vaccine or treatment. Something. Throw us a bone. Jesus. All the brilliant minds of the world couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. That's what it feels like. I don't know. Speaking of coronavirus, though, I know all the other myths were dismissed about it being a creation from China as a weapon. Well, that kind of like resurfaced again, sort of, kind of. Not in a conspiracy matter, just a theory. So there's this biology professor from Evergreen College. His name is Brett Weinstein. I heard about him on the Joe Rogan show, listened to the podcast, and so he was talking how he got early samples of the coronavirus, or at least was able to check it out. I forgot the context of his conversation, but anyway, he looked at the samples with his background and knowledge. He determined that the virus was like it had blueprints, that it was made to react and affect people the way it is right now. It's crazy. It's nothing really natural about it, even though these things do kind of pop up in nature, but they could be taken from whatever sample, for example, like a bat, and modified to affect humans, like really bad. Like one thing that stood out to me was when he mentioned that when an animal to human viral or bacteria transfer happens, it's not really good because it's affecting a human as opposed to an animal. So the virus has to like adjust, I guess. And yeah, the coronavirus had no problem doing that. So that led him to believe, and plus I guess the building blocks of the virus were like tampered with. I guess that's a good way. I don't know the medical jargon, so if you want to listen to the conversation, type in Brett Weinstein, Joe Rogan, and I think the podcast is like hour or 2 hours long, but it's very interesting. Just biology professor, his take on kind of current events, what's happening now, and the coronavirus. So it's a good listen, and Joe Rogan's a man, so definitely was kind of an eye opener, and yeah, I think he's on to something. Moving on. Oh yeah, Trump. That guy. The soon to be not president. He's kind of burying himself right now. So I mean, you guys could, all the Trump supporters could stop it. That's it. He had a run, and it's over with. Like him or hate him, I don't know. I just don't see the allure. I mean, he might be good in business, but running countries, he is not well versed in. Um, yeah, he just did such a very bad job, and I think these are the last days of the Trump dynasty. So that's kind of cool. What else? Yeah, he mentioned something about a second stimulus check that we're supposed to get, and well, I mean, if you guys believe that or not, it's supposed to be generous, as he said. Well, generous or not, this smells like he's trying to buy your vote. And if you like that, then you go ahead. I mean, like, I do believe we all could use some extra money in the bank, especially now, but that shouldn't influence, your vote or however you think of the guy. That's like, some, racist or dishonorable person saying, here's $20, kind of forget my crime and go, buy yourself something to get your mind off of the horrible things I did. That's exactly what it is. It's a way to lure us away from his negativeness of what's going on. It is horrible attention to detail and to handle such a chaotic event that's going on in the country that he just can't handle. I mean, he's criticizing people for wearing masks. He's not. He is again. Like, I can't make up my mind with this guy. He's just confusing. It's baffling. Anyway, yeah, I mean, you guys are going to do what you're going to do. I really have no say over you. I'm just doing a video sharing my thoughts and opinions here. But, call it wishful thinking. But, and I know you guys are thinking, like, well, is Joe Biden the real answer to our problems? Not quite, but he was under Obama, so maybe, that Obama swag kind of rubbed off on him. I'm not talking about, Obama's administration or policy. I mean, every new president, no matter if he was a vice, he's not going to carry on like a, verbatim, word for word of what Obama's doing. No, he's going to take what he learned from all the people he worked with and being a politician, Biden, and, work it into his presidency. It's going to be different. Every president newbie that goes into office kind of does it his own way, despite the influences. So it'll be interesting if Biden does win. I know it's like, you got two evils, the whole two evil game. The lesser of two evils is still evil. Well, the world is so much on fire that sometimes you need a sense of normalcy in the White House, even if it is the same thing. It'll be like, I don't want to say business as usual, because that's definitely not the case anymore. In fact, I think after this, the country's going to be like way different, unrecognizable. Or maybe to some people, not at all. Anyway, I think if Biden does get in office, he might bring just a little bit change, but enough to where people won't be at each other's throats. He's got a lot of work ahead of him. If Trump wins, I suspect chaos in the streets again. So, to the victor spoils, but I'm leaning more towards Biden because it's a less volatile choice. Did I say that right? Volatile? Yeah. A choice that won't upset. I mean, it'll probably upset a lot of Republicans. Maybe not. A lot of Republicans are ditching Trump right now. Anyway, I don't think it'll be like a bomb Trump, chaos in the street kind of deal. Probably a lot of upset rednecks, but nothing to cry home with. Trump wins, like I said, Molotov cocktails everywhere. So, I don't know why my voice trailed off there. That was kind of weird. Molotov cocktails. Sound like Forrest Gump there. Also, what we should consider, and this is like I'm about to wrap up this video, the tail end of this. If we have to if we have to pick a new president right away, like that, The Rock. Now hear me out. It's The Rock. I mean, he's a great person, like in real life. He's charismatic, and come on, it's Dwayne Johnson. Imagine him leading the country. I would like Arnold Schwarzenegger, even though he's a Republican. Can you imagine, like the State of the Union address thing? Now listen here, like, you imagine that, or the Rock, just like addressing people from the White House. Those guys are leaders, and I'm not talking just because they lead in movies. Like in real life, I think their success kind of speaks for themselves. And fantasy or not, I mean, but what the options we have right now, I think we owe it to ourselves to have a presidency with a little iron brass, both here and here. You know, it's just a thought, guys. Just saying. You don't have to take it serious, but it'd be interesting to ponder and think about. Yeah, Dwayne the Rock Johnson as president or Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know Arnold might not be a candidate because he was kind of born outside the United States, but look, we need change, right? Change is happening right now. People are changing schools and knocking down statues. Maybe that helps with them go about their lives and feel like they're doing something great. Whatever gets you through your day. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. I hope you had fun with this. Hope you learned something, or I just put you in deep thought right now. Don't trust Trump, and the coronavirus probably originated in a Chinese laboratory and leaked out. All theories. I'm not stating the facts here, like I said. Check out the podcast with Brett Weinstein and Joe Rogan. He'll kind of, shed some light on the little topic I just said about the COVID-19. Its creation. Why is it so bad? And that's it. That's all I got to say. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't, text or drink and drive. And, stay healthy, guys. I mean it. Stay healthy. And for God's sakes, don't feel weird about wearing a mask. It's not just for you, it's for the people around you. So is that so bad? Is it going to ruin your cup of coffee? Probably not. So just listen, that's all. Hunker down and let's just go about our day. So what if it changes our lifestyle? The end result, we all live, to fight another day. That's the end game here. To carry on and not make other people sick around us. That too. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that you guys are normally doing other videos. Please help me out here. All right, guys. Take care. Peace.